Poem 3 by Amos Bronson Alcott, 1799 to 1888. Not all the brilliant beauties I have seen, mid the gay splendors of some southern hall, in jewelled grandeur or in plainest mien, did so my fancy and my heart enthrall, as doth this noble woman, nature's queen. Such hearty greeting from her lips did fall, and I ennobled was through her esteem, at once made sharer of her confidence, as by enchantment of some rapturous dream, with subtler vision gifted, finer sense, she loosed my tongue's refraining diffidence, and softer accents lent our varying theme. So much my lady others doth surpass, I read them all through her transparent glass. Okay, this is a poem by Amos Bronson Alcott. He was an American. He was born in Connecticut. Let's see. He had almost no schooling. It's said that he taught himself to speak read and write by using charcoal to write with. He then became a travelling salesman and went round the South. Now, this name Alcott may ring a bell with you because Louisa May Alcott was his daughter. Louisa May Alcott was the author of Little Women. So he certainly has had quite a lot of effect. He's quite interesting because let's see, he supported the idea of a vegetarian-based diet. He was for emancipation, for the freedom for slaves. And I think both of these things at this time were quite unusual. He was also an advocate for women's rights. He also worked as an educator, and he was trying to one of his ideas was to avoid the traditional punishment of beating kids, and he was trying to find a better way of teaching. So clearly, although born in the 18th century, he was actually very modern. So what's this poem about? This poem is about falling in love, yeah? Clearly, he, as a salesman, he went to many different halls and big houses in the southern United States. And here, in this case, he's gone to one of these southern halls, and he fell in love with this woman. She was just so wonderful. And now, whenever he meets another woman, he always measures this new woman through his experience with this southern lady. So not all the brilliant beauties I have seen mid the gay splendors of some southern hall, in jewelled grandeur or in plainest mien, did so my fancy and my heart enthrall, as doth this noble woman, nature's queen. So not all of the beauties that I've seen in the fantastic southern plantation houses, yeah, if I've seen them in their jewels, or just with a plain mien, an expression on their face. Yeah, a mien is a facial expression, an attitude. Okay, so Out of all of these beauties, these beautiful women he's met, none of them did so my fancy and my heart enthrall. So none of them took my heart away. None of them enthralled my heart as doth in the same way as this noble woman does. She is the queen of nature. So he met this woman, he just fell in love with her. Such hearty greeting from her lips did fall. So she greeted me in a very, very nice, in a very friendly way. And I was ennobled through her esteem. So the fact that she treated me so well, she held me in so high esteem, made me feel noble. At once made sharer of her confidence, as by enchantment of some rapturous dream. So immediately I started sharing my confidences, my private things with her. I told her all of my innermost thoughts immediately, because I felt ennobled by her presence. And this was as if I had been enchanted, or I was in some dream, some wonderful dream. With subtler vision gifted, finer sense, she loosed my tongue's refraining diffidence, and softer accents lent our varying theme. So being in her presence made everything look subtler, look sweeter, look better, look nicer. And she loosed my tongue's refraining diffidence. Diffident is when you're shy. Yes, so her presence made everything seem noble, and my tongue was not shy, and I told her everything that I thought in absolute openness. And softer accents lent our varying theme. And we talked happily to each other, talking about all sorts of different things without any shyness. We were happy talking to each other. So much my lady others doth surpass. Now notice he calls her my lady. So here he's clearly in love with her. He's fallen in love with her. She is so much better than anyone else I've ever met, that I read them all. I read everyone else I meet through her transparent glass. So I compare everyone I've met through her transparentness, through how wonderful she is, through how easy it is to see her, or to see who she really is. So this is actually a poem about love. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Poem 3 by Amos Bronson Alcott.